perhaps you could give me some idea of how Walmart's Chinese operation compares with its American operation and how big a part of the overall group it is.
Well, we are a much younger company compared to the US. We are growing quite steadily in China. As of today, we have 85,000 associates working in China. We call our staff associates. Hope that is understood. We have just over 260 stores in over 90 cities in China, and we have been in that country since 1996.
How are your stores and your operations in China? If I was an American who went there, would I recognize them, or do they look completely different?
Many of our stores in China are called Walmart. Yeah, so from the outside, you could recognize it's a Walmart stores. But in the store, the layout is somewhat different. The assortment is very localized. One of the big differences would be in the areas of fresh. In China, you go to a supercenters, the amounts of space allocated to selling fresh produce, meat, and seafood is just gigantic. Yeah, it's how customers will shop in a supermarket or supercenters in China. Many of our customers come once a day, sometimes 2 times a day, to buy things that are fresh.
Right. And are you selling a similar sort of mix of consumer goods and food and so forth, or is there a much bigger emphasis on food in China?
I would say much bigger emphasis on food in China, given the fact that food is very important for our customers. And secondly is as emerging markets, customers becoming more and more affluent, then they'll consume more non-foods, spending more on electronics, spare appliances. But at this moment, food and consumables are very important for us.
And it's absolutely clear to your Chinese customers that you're an American company. Do they think of you as American, or do they think of you as a Chinese firm that happens to have some stores overseas?
I think increasingly they consider as a very well-run Chinese enterprises. They know we have a American heritage, but that gives them the confidence even more that we sell high quality, trustworthy, and low price products. But they see it as part of the community in wherever we have our stores.
And have you been able to apply lessons from other markets where Walmart is active in China? Or have you been applying things you've learned in China elsewhere? What are the commonalities between the different developing markets where Walmart is operating?
We learn a lot from other markets. In many emerging markets that we have stores, say in Latin America, we learned a lot of the formats development, multi-format, and those we applied to a certain degree to China. We localized it. So we learned plenty, but in terms of the assortment, the strategy, we can learn something, but actual selection of assortment, the product range has to be very localized.